Hello, everybody. So there was this beautiful question which you people have been asking, and for that I went ahead and I'm making this video for you. So it's about how do we choose our career and what do we do? What does every stage constitute, and what is it that I need to do at this particular time? So I'm going to take it age-wise. This is much more of what I have seen, and whatever suggestions I'm giving you are based on my experience of what I feel our life goes through. As I am trying to make it as generalized as possible. See if that resonates with you, because a lot of things are such that at one stage we feel, I really hope somebody would have guided me in my career journey and would have taken things forward. So I'm going to try my level best to help you here with it. Okay, the reason I'm having it in a Zoom setting is because I would love to share examples of how to go about it. Now, anybody who's done my bootcamp would understand that there is something known as stages of human development. Now, I'm not going to go with that particular ages, but this is just for you to understand that every stage in human development, from toddler to old age, they have a certain, as you could say, that they need to accomplish something for themselves. Every stage has some accomplishment and they move further than that. If you have not accomplished, somehow you end up coming back to that stage because that's what you really want. Okay, for this particular session we will look at women, we will look at their ages, the life cycle which they have, and how they can possibly proceed alongside. All right, so I'm going to share my screen now and help you understand more. Okay, so if you can see here, what I would love for you to know is that, say there are certain stages. So we'll start with teenagers, okay, because that's where the career graph is starting from. We are not really worried about the, the other part of it, the younger self is there. Okay, so say 16, you have finished your 10th, and now you need to move further and go towards some, having a proper career and everything. So yes, 16 to 25, 26, if you are having some kind of a education, very good. Go ahead, have formal education, okay? Because this is a time where you need to put a lot of things into your bucket. Okay, so I would love for you to have proper formal education, have skills connected, collect skills in your bucket again. You are having a bucket and start collecting things over there. Now, don't see, this is one particular stage where you're still in your mom dad's place and they are going to help you forward. Okay, so the best thing you could do is take as much advantage of that stage as possible, because the people around us do love us, and if we go ahead and tell them, you know what, I really want to do this, they do support us with it. Okay, so go ahead with that particular stage and acquire skills, acquire knowledge. Try at any stage, try to climb a ladder. Just think that when you are talking or thinking about anything, think that it is a ladder which you are climbing. Okay, and everything that you are learning is an addition to that ladder itself. So you need to understand what you like, what you do, what is it that calls to you, and whether it is going to earn you money, how is it going to earn you money. So these are just the steps of the ladder which I am drawing over here. Every time you're doing something, think, it is going to help me with that ladder. Okay, is it going to help me, is it going to help me, is it going to help me? No sense in, see, anything you do at this point is going to come and be useful at some point or the other in your life. So as much as possible, keep acquiring things for yourself. Okay, then you're going to come to a stage where now this is also a stage where from the year say 23 or 22, or maybe earlier, depending on, where the, how the, how your, parental outlook is. So the talk about the marriage or the engagement starts. Okay. So I need to get married, or I need to get engaged, and all of those things start. And by 28 or so, definitely they really try to settle you up with something or the other. They want to settle you up, and nothing wrong with that. So again, when I'm looking at, again, this particular age group, yes, I would say that going ahead, moving ahead, having a family of your own, building relationships, having those intimate, close relationships are very important in life. Nothing wrong with it. And in this stage, I will also tell you one more thing: wish well for yourselves. Wish absolutely well for yourselves. Wish that you will have a very good family, a supportive husband, a loving husband, a supportive family. People around you love you, and you are able to, move anywhere that you wish to. Because this is one particular stage. See, if this goes wrong, then you are just firefighting at all points of time. You are just making sure that everybody is at peace, peace, peace. But then you have a lot of burden to carry on your shoulder. So instead, I want you to start wishing well for yourself and thinking that I'm going to have a very good life. And my in-laws and my spouse and all of these are amazing individuals which I'm attracting in my life. Okay. Now comes to a certain age, the other age, wherein we want to be acknowledged, accepted, recognized. We want our work to be of value. We just don't want to be anything and everything. Okay. I really want somebody to know me as a person. I want to have an individuality. Okay. So that usually comes into this particular bracket. Say somewhere around 27 to 35 or 40, you could just go ahead and say that I'm still in that particular bucket. All right. Now, here again, what is going to happen is that depending on what time you got married, again, there's going to be a certain life which is going to come with it. Whatever time you have got married, understand that that belongs to your family. Somewhere your family will come into the picture. You will need to start a family. You will need to get these people in. At the same time, you are making your own identity. So this is a stage, again, where you are, see, whatever skills and everything you have acquired and accumulated, start using them out and seeing what's happening, what really helps you, what attracts you, what you are good at. Start exploring, start giving. This stage is about giving. Give as much as possible. Take in also, periodically, say 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, yearly, learn something new, read something new, keep acquiring, but at the same time keep giving. You will have to give to your family, you will have to give to your role, because once you start exploring and doing something, you will understand, okay, this is what I really like, this is what something which I am not okay with. Okay, I need to add this particular skill with me, because this is going to help me, help my career graph grow more. Okay, so that is something which you need to understand, and this is having a major identity of where you are giving. Unless you give, you're not going to get. Be very open to give, be very open to explore what is the next best step which you would be having. Again, here another thing is which is there is, whatever is required in this stage for me to go to the next stage, if I need to add it in my bucket, 100% I need to add it, whether it is career wise or it is skill wise. Okay, anything, whatever is there, keep on adding to your bucket here as well. Now you are going to then reach a particular stage, say till the age of 40. Let me clear this up a little bit. Okay, so say till the age of 40, you are going to, be in a stage where, children have come, you are there, you are quite settled with life. Now you want something more. Now, either this stage is going to help you give that recognition. If you have used this particular stage well, which is, from 22 to say 35, wherein you're starting a new relationship, having a family, going there, acquiring skills, exploring, giving, and you will understand by then, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I don't want to do, these are the things which might earn me money, and these are the skills which I would require in order to earn more money. And it's okay to be at home at that point, because that's where I am required more. Your babies will be small, you'll be required more there. Okay, so you would have settled over there, you would have been a support system for your family, you would have been giving. So now there's going to be a point where you're going to ask back, you're going to start receiving. All right, and that is one point where you are going to come and say, I don't want you to come to that stage and say, oh no, I've got to start again, because that will be, you will have to redo the whole process. And by the time you realize that, okay, my children are growing up and I want to do something, I'm educated enough, I don't want to just sit at home, or I want to sit at home but I want to do something worthwhile, you would have crossed somewhere around 35. And then you would be thinking, oh my God, what do I do now? The education which I took back then is, now I don't want to go back to it again. Some of them don't want to go back to it again. Even today, I get women in my room who say that, you know what, I don't want to go back to that career again, Farid. I want something new now. Something else is calling out to me. And it happens to a lot of people, and that's absolutely okay. What I'm just trying to say is that from the very beginning, if you understand that this is a certain pattern which, we women face, then you are better prepared. Whatever stage or whatever age group you may be, you will be able to make use of that age group better. Okay, so say per se you are in that age group, your children have grown up, you want to now, you have that freedom of either going out, staying at home. You want an identity, you want money in your bank account. Nothing wrong with wanting money in your bank account from any age group. Okay, even if it's 22, I have analysts today, and writing analysts in my who are my students who are 22 and they are earning money. All right, I have who are maybe 40 plus and they are still doing a beautiful job of it. So yes, nothing wrong with earning money. We have, there's this inculcated money mindset. I don't know why we have acquired that. Basically, maybe because of what people have told us, that money is evil, or money doesn't grow on trees, or whatever other statements which we have heard. Oh, penny earned is penny saved, or whatever. Okay, so when you are having all of those things in your mind, you will not be able, every time you spend money on you, you will start feeling guilty, because, oh my God, I'm spending money and I'm not supposed to spend money. I'm supposed to save money. And when that comes into your head, guilt will follow. When guilt follows, you will not be able to do happily anything. You will have that nagging feeling, oh my God, how do I get it back? How do I get it back? How do I get it back? You will not be able to give yourself fully to whatever it is that you are, receiving. I would love for you to stop that mentality of, I want you to be in a mentality of financial abundance. Today also, one of my friends and I practice it. If she has to give me money, she says, I'm paying it to you with gratitude, Farida, because I know it is going to come back to me tenfold. When I give money to her, I say the same thing. I'm paying this with gratitude to you, and I'm so happy for the work it is going to do for me and for the abundance it's going to bring in my life. Your energy changes, it shifts. And when that shift happens, you will be in a different position to do things and receive things. Okay, at any point of time, any skill you acquire, it is important. Without a skill, nobody is, or without an experience, nobody is going to pay you. There is a difference between just being somebody who knows something and being an expert at it. You need to build yourself. And there are certain age and times wherein you build yourself up, so that, at one point when you go out, those years are not wasted. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the education which you have had till now, because see, we are not meant for that. We can really think and do things in a different way, can't we? Do we have to follow the bandwagon at all points of times? No, right? Okay. Now, what are the demands of this particular age group? All right. First, say that they have done well, and now they want to go ahead. They have in mind, okay, I have a business and this is what I want to do, and I'm really happy about it. Go ahead and start building your business, build your brand, market yourself. It should have started, marketing should have started way earlier. But yet, if you haven't, then start marketing yourself, your goods, your products, your services, and be shown in the market as an expert in that particular service of yours. Okay. Now, per se, that this particular age group, again, somebody, they come back and say, okay, now I don't know what to do, and this is not something which I'm in a position to do, or maybe I want to explore something more. Then try exploring some courses which we have on handwriting analysis and graphology, because we do help you restart and rebuild your career using using graphology as a base. Okay. All right. As a base. So, you are an expert, you have a niche, you can always add on to it. See, knowledge is never ending. To say that, okay, only this much is enough is never going to be enough. So whatever you have, start with that, do that, complete it. Whatever experience you're going to get, this experience is very important to take you to the next level. Don't shy away from experiences. Don't shy away from the new beginnings which are coming to you. Okay. Now, here in this case, again, if you need to learn something, yes, please learn. But going back and doing some very big courses, avoid it to a certain level. Here, formal education is important enough. Here, do whatever it takes to grow your business yourself, to do whatever it takes to get your bank account to become very stable and being financially independent. If you want to take a trip, you should be able to afford it yourself. You should be a support system to your spouse. Okay. See, when we look at it, we have this equality bias. I should get everything like the man. There is a man, there is a woman. Why do I have to compare myself to a man? Why do I have to have that as a scale of measurement? I'm a woman. Why can I not be proud about who I am as a person? And if there should be any comparison which is to be done, it should be between me and who I want to be. Who do you want to be? Aim for the highest of the things, so that when you aim over there and you rise over there, you're doing something better than whatever is expected or whatever you wanted to do before that, right? So now this stage, again, you require something, take it. But as far as possible, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck, because again, you get stuck here. This is a period where you really get stuck. I don't have formal education. I don't know English. I am not an expert in that. What is the point of doing it? Please do it. Please do it. If you feel you're good with it, do it. I know a client. I'm going to give you some case studies. Some people I can, give their names out. Some people I can't, but I feel that they are really, really important and it might help you. I don't know at which stage you are, but it might help you. So I had this client. She must have been somewhere in the 35-40 bracket. She comes to me. She says that, Farida, I have been a receptionist. And wherever she had worked, she had done it with such, enthusiasm and grace and everything, that she acquired the knowledge for the next step up. She did not have the education for that particular level, that level which they wanted. That formal education she was not having. 5 years, 6 years down the line, she was saying, you know what, the people with that kind of education are going, but they need me because I have that experience and I have done some hands-on learning. Okay, it's not that she has not learned. She went ahead, she read through the material, she made sure she knew everything, but she was just waiting for one certificate to certify her to be that. So when she came into a session with me, I said, look, boss, whatever it is, do one thing, go speak to them. Worst come worst, what will happen? They will say no, correct? But please just go and give it one pitch, give it one try. And we sat down, we strategically, each and every question, each and everything she's going to say, what are the questions which would come, we strategically managed each and everything. I said, just go. What will happen? Worst come worst, what will happen? You will just be said no, right? But at least you would have tried. Give one shot, just one shot. She went ahead, and this was one particular thing I was waiting, I was literally waiting for that message, for that call to come, and I wanted to know what had happened. And she calls me back and I'm like, okay, what happened? And she's like, yes, I'm in. I said, I'm in. He said, oh my God, that's amazing. Congratulations, V. And then I said, okay, how much time did it take for you to convince them? And she's like, 5 minutes. I said, what? You sat with me for like literally 60 minutes and we had that conversation and we had so many sessions before for me to push you to this level. Exactly what happened? She said, I just went over there and I just opened that, sir, I think I'm eligible for this job and I'll really do a better job at it. I think I am very much ready. I would like this promotion. And he just said, yes. Either he knows, right, that you don't have that qualification. I was really curious. I didn't want to ask these questions, but I was curious. So she's like, yeah, he knew everything. But then my boss just said one thing, you know what? I was waiting for you to believe in you. If you didn't have that much of belief in you, how could I hand over anything? Yes, you are better than all the other people out there. We were waiting for you to understand that you are better and come and ask for it. It just took one, what was it? Just one thing which she asked for and she received. And she did not have the backing up of that education and everything at all. Don't wait. Or don't think that, you're not enough. You are enough. You are very much enough. You're very much qualified to do. If you want to do it, definitely you will make sure that you're going to do a good job of it. So don't shy away from it. Go ahead and do it. Now here again, don't fall into larger things, which is going to take a lot of time to do. If you fall into something like that, say 2 years, 3 years, see, you will have to, every time, you do something, you will understand, oh, something more needs to be done. Every time you do it. And giving 2 or 3 years is crazy. Don't do that. Go for the short-term courses. There are very beautiful short-term courses out there which are available. Do them. More than that, every level, personality development, enhance yourself. The more confident you are about you, the more confidently you will be able to pick up anything and move forward. So please do that for yourselves. Keep lifting yourself up at every stage. Okay. So now say per se that this stage has come, you want to restart, rebuild, or you are having a brand per se, you already have a brand, you want to move ahead with it. Do that so that you are in a position to, understand that particular level and move forward. And anybody 45 plus, say, if it is 45 plus, it is a very good idea to collaborate with a loved one. Okay. Somebody who you really trust, who's not going to leave you midway, because you will end up spending some time and energy and money over here, and those people leave suddenly, you will feel really bad. It's a beautiful idea to think about collaborating within the family. And these stages are where, maybe you would have started, either you have become a mother-in-law or you are in the process of becoming a mother-in-law or something like that. If you already have a business, grow your business. If you already have it, you have already established something, you should try to scale it up. In fact, you should be trying to scale it up from this particular stage itself. Okay. The scaling should have started, but this is actually a time to go really, really broad. And don't firefight small things. If you need to delegate stuff, please delegate it. This is not the time to go and say, I am only going to do everything. If you know, if at this point you say, I am only going to do, it's okay, I understand, I am absolutely okay with it. But all the other stages, even here, to a certain point, before the children, before having children, if you say, yeah, I am only going to do it, I'm okay with it. After children, start delegating. You should understand time management, like it should be there with you. Understand time management like a pro. You should be able to manage your time, because managing your time is managing your life. And communication. There are essentials. Some skills are essential skills which you should have, which you should and must have. Okay. So now, per se, then there are a lot of these things which have happened. So let's just keep it a little, so say 16 to this entire age group I have already spoken about, 45. Above that also, go ahead, do it. After 40, a certain kind of intelligence develops in us. A maturity comes, and that experience is very valuable. So don't think, oh no, I'm just 40, I'm 40 already, what is the point? Some people go bonkers in 30. I'm like, why? This is such a beautiful age. Now you have started to understand a lot of things. Now you will be in a position to, take the next step forward. So don't shy away from it. Okay. Scale yourself, climb the ladder. As I was saying, climb this particular ladder. If you have been doing well, then you will be in a position to now start taking it leaps and bounds and going further with whatever it is which needs to be done. And because these small steps have already been taken, you will be able to now take big leaps and big jumps. And that's the kind of jump which we want you to keep taking. Okay, because if you have done it well, then the jump is going to come. Whatever stage of life you may be in, you don't have to give up. If you are young, add into your kitty. If you are old or getting older, be in a position to give. And there will be one time when your experiences are worth money. Go ahead and make a proper business out of it. For instance, one of my clients is into a senior bracket itself. Okay. And she started around 55 plus or so. I'm really not able to recollect her age right now, but she started her business at that point of time. It's there in Instagram. Just go and check it out. Hakimi Naturals. Thankfully, I'm, in a position to take the name. So go ahead, check it out. Beautiful range of products, everything homemade and so beautifully branded. So beautifully done. Look at the range of the products she has. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. She can do it at 55. I mean, if you are younger than that and you are thinking whether you should do it, should not do it and sit at home, please get up and do it. Okay. And another one was, she was a baker. And she was saying that, I'm a baker. I can't move big. I can't do big. And then we worked on her as to how she could, whatever she had, she could really make it big. We made sure she was, she had those feedbacks collected, her page. See, your social media is so important. Technology is so important. It is there. You need to make use of that technology. Social media is like a digital shop. How can you not make use of it? Build it up in a certain way. Each and everything you do, build it up and be very professional out over there. When people look at you, they hear you, they listen to your experiences, they should be in a position to know that she means business and she's talking sense. So obviously I hope that, this is something which you would have understood. There will be stages of your life. As a woman, I'm so glad to have these stages. I have been in my parents' house. I've gone to my own house. I've gone my, I have children. I have a career which is there. I am scaling up, building up the career. There are things which are going on a different level with me. Why am I able to do that? Because every stage I have built it. Every stage the building has to, keep on building, 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 so that you at one point everything will fit into that particular category, and whatever, that knowledge will be of use to you. One more thing which, mistakes which people make here is, I'll have to rub it out. See, while you need to climb this ladder, right? Now, this is one mistake which they make, that instead, that these steps are there, and after this, I won't do this, I won't do this, I won't do this. So what they do is they add one skill from here, and it could be useful. So that's great. They add another skill that also could be useful. But the third skill is not useful at all. Now, if you're doing it as a hobby or just to, something different, it's okay. But if you keep on repeating it and seeing that whether it is helping you or not, it is getting randomized, then you're not climbing any ladder. You're just a jack of all trades. See, nobody wants to buy goods from person, who is like, see, if you even go to a shop and there are 5 kinds of cloth material in front of you, you will buy the best material. You want the best thing. You don't want like, okay, this is also there, that is also there. If you go for a heart surgery, you'll go to a general physician. No, why you want a cardiologist only? Think about it. Okay, so that cardiologist is not going to be doing everything randomly. They will have to do whatever has to be done in this particular bracket. So see, per se, you are a teacher, you are a psychologist, or you're a counselor. You are adding skills, you're learning therapies. Graphology is another skill which you are adding. NLP is a skill you are adding. That is the way. Personality, anything to do with the human personality, you are adding, and that's helping you grow. Very good, do that. But per se, you are a psychologist or an educator, and suddenly you say, okay, I'm a makeup artist also. Two very vast directions. It doesn't make sense. Okay, what you're doing is a little bit of here, a little bit of that, and trying to combine it up. It's not going to help. It rather makes you feel very insignificant. She is a Mehndi artist also. See, not wrong with being a makeup artist or anything, but if you're a makeup artist, then your ladder will become different. Okay, I have done Mehndi, I have done makeup, I done hairstyle, I have done health and wellness. No, health and wellness, or maybe physical activity, whatever, or the contouring or whatever parts of it. Anything to do with the beauty care industry, a makeup expert or something like that. I don't know. I'm not very sure of how those steps go, but when whatever you do, the next step should add to that bucket of yours, which will take you up, that ladder of yours, which should take you up. Okay, so you need to be a little mindful of what are the things you are investing in. Some things are to be done with the human personality in a certain way. You should have that. Some things are to be done with us, based on a certain skill. And yes, you should have that, because if adding that skill will help you earn something more. If adding that skill will help you learn something more, add it. See, there is a difference between being a tuition teacher and being a parent-teacher coach. There is a difference. You will get paid for your expertise, not for the time, but for your expertise. Okay. I hope that this particular session, which I have kind of, gelled up for you, is, would have helped you. And I really wish you well. I'm not trying to take a dig at anybody, but I have really tried to, get in all of the things, which the kind of sessions which I have had. I've tried to bring all of them together. And I really hope that you will be in a better position to take whatever decisions it is. Whatever it is, believe in you. You're worth every single penny. Don't feel guilty about spending on you. See, we live only once. And if you do it right, once is enough. Do it right. Leave behind a legacy. Have that extraordinary mindset because that's you. Live a life and wish well for yourself at every stage, every single stage. Wish well for yourself, right? Thank you and have a good day.